Yet again, more Hexbug. Jeez, I feel like it's gonna go crazy more. Anyways, welcome back to Hexbots Heat F. Last time we saw Hypershock and Whiplash advance to the second round, while Bullet and Dart and El Diablo sit down in hell. For this round, we got the long footlong of Smee. Then we got the craziest robot I've ever seen, Ohio Bird. And next, the robot with the most amount, Fleet Mark IV. And finally, taking on one of my personal favorite robots, Shadow. But anyways, let's begin with Ohio Bird and Smee. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Let the bot battle begin. Ohio Bird grabbing a hold of Smee to start the fight. Now getting to the back end of Smee. Smee's got to be careful. It's being warped toward that shelf immediately by Ohio Bird. Still grabbing a hold of Smee. Smee has got to at least wrap around Ohio Bird just like that. But Ohio Bird shoving one of them into the shelf. It's got to do the same with the other to stop him. It does. It's trying to get that other one. It's still in that position. I think Ohio Bird... Oh! Part of Smee has made it. But Ohio Bird trying to push it back into the shelf. And I think it has done it. He has. And Smee is finished. What a win for Ohio.
Cease. And the immediate first impression shots for both robots, Smee, they get hung up on the shelf, and Ohio Bird get 3 points, despite them, well, they kind of did something in shunting Smee. Next up, it's Fleet Mark IV versus Shadow. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Let the bot battle begin. The fleet have been released. Shadow immediately coming out with that deadly lifter. It's trying to attack. Well, there's exactly 4 robots. It's attacking the red one named Cherry. The blue one is named Blue Raspberry. The pink one, I think, is named Strawberry. And the greenish scorpion is, well, Green Apple. And Shadow immediately lifts Blueberry and flips it over. What an attack from Shadow. I think they're trying to go after Strawberry or Green Apple. Green Apple being lifted up. Strawberry attacking the top or the front of Shadow. Shadow managing to get to the back end of Strawberry. What a suplex from Shadow, flipping Strawberry over. The team from Argentina, Brazil are struggling. And another suplex lift from Shadow. They did lose the side panel, however. And they flipped Cherry over. Now they gotta deal with Green Apple, and they can win this fight. And now they're going after Green Apple. The robots are still moving. However, not classed as actual good movement. However, it's only Green Apple who's subsequently moving at the moment. Well, on all 6, I don't know. Shadow trying to grab a lift of Green Apple. I think the pulverizer is hitting both. And yeah, I saw the pulverizer just hit Shadow. Shadow continuing to go after Green Apple. Can it lift it? I think it has. And it's done.
Cease. Well, that was an incredibly offset fight. The fleet, they gain 0 with Smee. Ohio Bird and Shadow team up with 3. But now next up, back with the fleet as they take on Ohio Bird. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Let the bot battle begin. Here we go again with the fleet. Ohio Bird going after immediately after Strawberry. It's trying to go after Cherry and Blue Raspberry. It's going after Blue Raspberry. It's doing a nice job with that wedge. It has managed to hinder Smee in its previous battle. But how will it fare against the fleet? I don't know. The fleet not doing anything it's still managing to, well, attack. Or somehow. They're just all aiming for the freaking wall at this point. Like green apple, cherry, and blue raspberry. I don't know what strawberry is doing. Ohio Bird going after green apple. Trying to pin him against the wall. Ohio Bird pushing green apple, now going after strawberry and blue raspberry. I don't know where the heck is Cherry. I think he's near that pulverizer. Yeah, I see Cherry with its little legs. And, well, this is just boring. But look at that! Ohio Bird grabbing a hold of strawberry, and green apple's putting it back in the fight like, you finished this for us. Ohio Bird trying to flip over green apple. It's still going up. Ohio Bird's still going after strawberry. Not blue raspberry and not cherry. Yeah, Ohio Bird is trying to go after green apple. I don't know what on earth the fleet can even do. I mean, they're just constantly hitting the wall. But hey, at least they're trying to do something new. Of course, Ohio Robot with 3 points, the fleet with none. So I guess that's a bit of a fair deal with cluster bots that can't do crud. And it was, oh, nice ram from Ohio Bird. This fight may be going to the judges because Ohio Bird cannot flip him over. That's its main problem. Well, Ohio Bird, if you return next season with a better weapon, please let it be more effective than just a wedge. Or whatever you can do. Anyways, Ohio Bird still going after green apple. I think the fight may be over in just a couple of seconds. And it does look like strawberry is still moving. And I just realized that cherry has been flipped over by Ohio Bird. Somehow. So somehow Ohio Robot was able to do something. Finally. But now it's gonna go to the judges.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have entered a judge's decision. The winner is, by unanimous, Ohio Bird. Well, that was pretty disappointing from Ohio Bird, but that's okay, because they're going to face Shadow, hopefully. Speaking of which, it's me versus Shadow. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Let the bot battle begin. Shadow attacking Smee, flipping it over! That's gotta be the quickest knockout we've ever had! Smee flipped over in the first 10 seconds! What a win!
That's gotta be the quickest knockout I've ever seen. But in any cases, Shadow and Ohio Bird will face each other now. We did do Smee versus the Fleet, but that is a highlighted fight because it was so goddamn boring. Like, Smee didn't even do anything. But you'll just have to see for the highlighted fight, because, well, you know. But anyways, let's just skip to Ohio Bird versus Shadow. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Let the bot battle begin. Ohio Bird going after Shadow. It's going to be a bit difficult for Shadow because Ohio Bird is more heavier than both Smee and each robot of the fleet. So it's going to be difficult for Shadow to get a complete lift. But I really love the design of Shadow. And there we go, trying to lift the backside of Ohio. And I just heard that from the team that they're probably going to have a vertical spinner next year. Or unless we see them in the bracket with the weapon. We'll see. Anyways, Ohio Bird trying to do something. Shadow managing to get a lift in. The pulverizer attacking Ohio Bird again. Shadow trying to eye Ohio Bird. But Shadow trying to get the lift in, but it can't exactly lift Ohio Bird. Because like I said, it's very heavy, but managing to get a lift in. But Ohio Bird, like I said, is a bit too heavy. It's easy to get underneath of, but not easy to lift. Or just completely flip them over. That's Shadow's best option, but of course they can't. Because of course Ohio is too heavy. Not the state. There you get it. Shadow, trying to eye Ohio Bird. A near miss with that lift. It's trying to go after Ohio Bird again. Showing off some good control in this fight. Ohio Bird, I don't know what they're doing. They're just hitting the wall constantly. Shadow, meanwhile, landing in some few decent hits. It's trying to go after Ohio Bird. That was a good grapple there from Ohio, pinning him into his shelf. But Shadow still on the rampage, missing another lift. And Shadow again missing a lift. This is gonna come down as the craziest and most downright dull fight I've ever seen in my life. I thought Smee against the Fleet was boring. This is just... Well, this is pretty much a tactical fight. But there we go. Shadow getting another lift in on Ohio Bird. Grabbing the beak, but it can't... Like I said, it can't lift it over. Can or cannot? We'll say it cannot. And Shadow, they got themselves stuck in the shelf. But they free themselves. Bit of a risky move there. That's going to cost them with control. But Ohio Bird, they didn't even do any sort of not aggressive and not damaging. But there was a side panel that tore off of Shadow. So I guess that counts as damage. No. Anyways, Ohio being lifted up from Shadow. I just really love the design of Shadow. It goes to the judges, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, we enter yet another judge's decision. They awarded a split decision win to the winner, Shadow. And that will do, ladies and gentlemen. That was just a crazy heat battle. So many mini-bots, so much lifting. But now next up, for Heat G, it is Bite Force, Zealand's Rip Current, Vlad the Impaler, and Heartburst. We'll see you next time for Hexbots. Stay lifted.